everybody. Cliff Drysdale. There have been some exciting happenings, some dramatic moments, and some really stupendous tennis. Missing a few of the top women players, the Williams sisters in particular. They haven't played for a few years. Nevertheless, it has been absorbing tennis. The Pacific Life Tournament summary, as of now, looks like this. Kimmy Kleisters of Belgium is back, and she is in the championship match. She's won it once. She's trying to repeat. Andre Agassi, sadly, just had to pull out with a toe injury, a mysterious toe injury. We'll find out, hopefully, in the next day or so, what ails him. Roger Federer, meanwhile, continues for the moment to be unbeatable. He's only lost one match all year. Now, warm introduction to you again, Mary Jo Fernandez. Maria Sharapova has been, you know, we said this before, but I just want to repeat again, just from a technical standpoint, she is so strong. When you add that to her mentality, that Wimbledon victory for the other, I think Russian players sort of felt like maybe this was a fluke, but it clearly wasn't.
No, it wasn't. I mean, Maria Sharapova really shined at Wimbledon, but she had a very tough match in the semifinals against her opponent today, Lindsay Davenport. In fact, Lindsay Davenport was giving the teenager a lesson in the first set. Everything was going Davenport's way. She was taking time away from Sharapova. A rain delay happened early in the second when Davenport had the early break, and it totally turned the match around. All of a sudden, Sharapova started hitting the ball a little bit harder, going for the line, particularly off the second serve. She really was able to attack and pressure Davenport's second serve after the rain delay, and then she ran away with it in the third. And then, of course, she went on to defeat Serena in the final, but that was a huge turnaround in that match, Cliff.
Well, she wasn't intimidated by Serena Williams easily, as you said. Maria Sharapova is the kid. She's taken on Lindsay Davenport, who is obviously the veteran, and she has a lot of respect for Davenport.
Just her ability to go out there match after match and be so consistent, and you know, the matches that she needs to win, she wins, and I don't know, it's really impressive just to see her still out on the court and competing and wanting to win.
So now Lindsay Davenport takes her on again, and having lost twice, I mean, it is after all only twice. Maria Sharapova is so relatively new on the tour, so very interesting dynamic here, Mary Jo.
Well, it becomes such a mental match for Lindsay Davenport. She really has to believe that she can win. The last match they played was just a couple months ago in Tokyo. It was 7-6 in the third for Sharapova, but Lindsay Davenport went on to win another tournament, and so far this week, Cliff, Davenport has played well. She has been consistent. She had to take on the Frenchwoman Ali Deshi once again in a repeat of this year's Australian Open semifinal, and it was a different story because in Australia, Davenport was 2 points away from losing to Deshi, but yesterday she had a tough first set, but then she totally took control, took time away from Deshi, and hit amazing shots like this forehand on the run. Second set, 6 games to love. She was very positive afterwards, and I think that's going to be the key to this match for Lindsay Davenport. She's got to stay positive no matter what. You know you're going to get that from the youngster. You never know how the match is going if you see the eyes of Maria Sharapova, but with Lindsay, if things aren't going her way, sometimes she gets a little down. She cannot show the youngster any of that today.
Certainly the youngster never shows any of that to anybody else. She is so single-minded. This championship continues Lindsay Davenport and Maria Sharapova. It has a tremendous history here, 30 years of history in the California desert. It has been so popular with so many of the games.
Presentation of the 2005 Pacific Life Open, brought to you by Pacific Life. For insurance, annuities, and investments, choose Pacific Life, the power to help you succeed. Sony Ericsson, worldwide title sponsor of the Sony Ericsson WTA Tour. And Franklin Templeton Investments, gain from our perspective.
Live coverage of the Pacific Life continuing here as Lindsay Davenport, who is the top player in the world, takes on Maria Sharapova, who's got some serious credentials of her own. This teenager in weather conditions that are really pretty good. It's overcast and cloudy, which really doesn't hurt in the desert, to be honest with you. And I think that Kim Kleisters, for example, afterwards said to us, Mary Jo, that she sort of liked the fact it wasn't sunny today.
That's true, but it's very pleasant. It is a little windier on the court. Lindsay Davenport will be with the win from her end, returning to start this match. Definitely cooler.
Quick postscript on Kim Kleisters' match. Mary Jo, you had a little time to think about it. She was good, wasn't she?
She was very good. I was impressed that she was not tentative. She went for her shots. Which is what we're going to see now. Two players going for their shots. Look, if you thought last night the Pierce match against Sharapova was great power tennis, this will be another level against Lindsay Davenport. Sharapova, 17, will be 18 next month, 6 foot tall, from Russia. Spends a lot of time in Bradenton at the Voluntary Tennis Academy as well, out here in California, training with Robert Lansdorp. She's only lost 1 match this year, and that was to Serena at the Australian Open, where she held 3 match points. She's 3 in the world, but if she wins this event, Sharapova will go to 2, with the possibility of ending number 1 at the end of the NASDAQ 100. There's Robert Lansdorp, Sharapova's coach. Used to work with Davenport as well as Pete Sampras, Tracy Austin, some of the great champions in tennis.
Try to put the Sharapova age in perspective for me, Mary Jo. You had Martina Hingis, very young, winning Wimbledon, youngest ever.
16.
Boris Becker, so young when he won Wimbledon. Chang, 17, when he won the French.
Monica Seles. She started winning majors.
So it's a special accomplishment that is not unique, is it? That 17, 18-year-old.
There's that special quality, that maturity in Sharapova that we saw in those other champions you mentioned, Cliff. Very composed.
Mats Wielander, by the way, 17,
yeah.
French. Pete Sampras, 19, when he won the U.S. Open.
It's a little more rare in men's tennis. I think that's even a bigger accomplishment to see the young men do well early. We're more used to seeing it on the women's.
Venus and Serena weren't exactly veterans.
No, they weren't. Break point opportunity for Davenport, whose goal is to take that first strike in the rally, take time away from Sharapova. That's how she was winning that first set at Wimbledon.
I've coached both players, both Lindsay Davenport and Maria Sharapova. Lindsay Davenport goes back a little bit. They both have basically the same style. I think Maria Sharapova beat Davenport in Tokyo about a month and a half ago. What you have to look for is Maria has to drive the ball and keep driving the ball. Cannot let Davenport set herself up to drive the ball, because then it's going to be over, because Davenport is great in changing the direction of the ball and keeping pace on the ball.
Sharapova camp, Yuri, Maria's dad on the left, Michael Joyce in the middle, former ATP Tour player.
Hitting partner?
Traveling coach, that's what they're calling him, and he used to work with Robert as well, so she's getting that consistent advice week in and week out. But he's right, there's very little difference in the games of Davenport and Sharapova. And neither one can wait for the other one to dictate. They really have to try to do it immediately, whether it's on the serve like Davenport's doing there or off the return. There's no time for hesitation out here.
Robert Lansdorp recognized by the USTA with an award for his service to tennis. Good start for Davenport. Break the serve and now gain points at 40 love.
40. And Davenport in the corner. Michelle Gabriel has been helping Davenport with her injuries and all her stuff. John Leach, her husband, also here, and Adam Peterson, her coach, in a couple years.
They live in L.A., basically, right?
Yes, Laguna Beach. They love coming here, and Davenport has such a great record in California, period.
11 of her 46 career titles in California, 9 of those in the lead up to the U.S. Open. That's how much she likes to play in California.
Shot spot, and it was a correct call on the line. So point to Sharapova, 40-30.
Davenport holds 2 games first set.
These two have played 2 times. Wimbledon semifinal last year, going to Sharapova, and then just a month and a half ago in Tokyo on a similar surface to grass, indoor carpet, 7-6 in the third for Sharapova. This will be the first time they play on a slower court. I was trying to think who that would favor. They both want to go for a lot. Maybe it will help Davenport have a little extra time.
Not go to this court surface thing because Patrick's not here, which is good news because he's still suffering with wondering whether that court that he put down for the Davis
Cup. Well, you can
was...
always second guess yourself after the fact. But Davis Cup, yes, it was very slow, and it perhaps did work in the favor of Ljubicic and the Croatian team.
15-all.
15-all.
But the 2 matches they've played, they haven't had long rallies. It's really been all about serve and returns. Davenport, 28 years old, 29 in June, 6'3". This was her first pro tournament back in 1993. This is where she made her debut. She's got a lot of memories from all the years playing Pacific Life Open.
54.
Break points for a second break for Davenport, off to a very good start so far.
Good start to the year as well, winning 1 title in the Middle East in Dubai, finals of Australia, finals of Tokyo, still ranked number 1. Davenport won 7 titles last year. Did not win a slam, but she ended number 1 for the 3rd time in her career. And she said even though she played great, especially in the summer when she went on that tear, winning 4 tournaments in a row, she was still disappointed because she wants that 1 more major title. She really feels it now. She's back in the mix. She has wins over the Williams sisters again. I think a victory today would do tons for her confidence.
Off to a good start. With that victory in mind, 3 games to love, 2 breaks. Davenport over Sharapova. Davenport, 2 breaks, 3 games to love, first set. One of the agents that represents Maria Sharapova, I'm not going to name him, but told me this morning that the offers that are coming in for her are just, you've never seen anything like it. Nothing like it. Nike Prince, Motorola, Canada, I'm sure they're all, she's got a fragrance as well.
A watch. Now they keep coming, and I think we're going to see a lot of commercials soon because she's been filming them this summer and this fall, and that's going to be great for tennis because that's just going to be instant recognition and promotion of the game. Something that I like about Sharapova, even if she's getting all this attention, and she has that Tiger Woods, she picks a week to do it all. So she doesn't get distracted from her training and her conditioning. She's going to have 4 weeks after the Miami tournament, and in 1 week she's going to do all the photo shoots and all the prep.
She needs to concentrate on this match right now. She's in trouble down 4 games to love.
Against her.
12 minutes.
Davenport has had to play 2 wild cards. Bulgaria's Karantseva and Kutuzova, 15-year-old, 16-year-old. A tough match game against Shaughnessy. That was a very windy day, tough conditions. And then Deshi yesterday, tough first set, and then cruised in the second. Anticipating the serve going to her forehand. You know, something Davenport doesn't get credit for is she really studies the game. She studies her opponent. She likes to watch tennis, as you see the Davenport camp. Adam Peterson in the red Nike cap. She knows her weaknesses. She follows the tendencies. She really is a student of the game. And because she has so much power, you just think, well, all she has to do is bang, 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 but she's actually thinking out there.
I was interested in Coach Robert Lansdale saying that she changes direction as well as anybody. That's,
Direction of the ball.
yes.
So she can change a ball that's coming cross-court at her down the line, take that risk very well. And to me, these two are the best strikers of the ball. They hit the heaviest ball in women's tennis consistently. Anticipating the serve, got another breakpoint opportunity. Maria Sharapova can't do much, but just barely get that ball back, and then the open court is there for Davenport. And this is just how Wimbledon semifinal started, just like this.
Breakpoint for 5-love. Serving for the first set. Yuri Sharapova is wondering what the heck happened. What hit his daughter? It's a really good start for Lindsay.
Well, there's a point once she gets that first serve in.
been a while since Lindsay lost, because remember that in Deshi match she ran off for the second set easily without losing a game. Was she asking about the call?
Didn't really listen close enough. I think maybe Davenport served too quickly. Wanted a little more time, Sharapova.
To play at the service pace, basically.
That third ace gives Davenport a couple set points.
That sails long, and in less than 20 minutes, the first set is over. Who'd have thunk that? 6-love. The worst top player. Let me just come to terms with what you said. These two hit the ball harder than any other player. That includes the Williams sisters and Twice and Dementieva.
Yes, cleaner, heavier ball consistently. I think you'll get Serena to whack one every once in a while. That's probably harder than everybody combined, but I think consistently in a match, these two hit such a heavy and clean ball. It's relatively flat. Those others you mentioned have a lot more spin on their shots, and that's what makes it even more impressive when you watch Sharapova and Davenport. Tennis ball like a basketball. She's deadly when she wins the first set.
12 winners from her racket, 12 winners, 4 unforced errors. It doesn't get cleaner than that.
And remember, she's going for winners almost all the time. She's going for her offensive shots.
Trips the line.
3 times Davenport lost the match last year when she won the first set, and one of them was against Sharapova, the other one at the Open against Kuznetsova. It's been a while since Sharapova lost the set 6-love. This game becomes so important because the first set was 6-love. Sometimes tricky when you win an easy set. Things really can't go much better. It can only go better for your opponent.
Well, you know, I've never seen Sharapova with it. She's usually so poised, so confident, so aggressive. But you're seeing, you know, she's shrugging her shoulders.
Looking a little out of sorts right now. Well, I think she's in shock. Her camp is in shock. How quickly Davenport got off to a lead and has just sustained the high level of play. You wonder whether having to come out earlier than she expected to play disrupted her a bit.
I was thinking about that too, Major, but I can't believe that you would use that as an excuse. I mean, it has been really Lindsay Davenport that's been her problem.
But here's a game point to get on the board for Sharapova.
Sharapova.
Sharapova again shrugging her shoulders on that. She thought that could have clipped the line, but it didn't.
Goes for a little extra on the second serve. Davenport's been attacking her serve consistently. Goes in a double.
Lindsay'd like to have that one back. She had it down the line. But interestingly, Sharapova was going to was covering that cross-court forehand. So game point Sharapova. Just amazing power from Davenport.
Not much you can do when Davenport's returning so well, taking you out of your game immediately. She's inside the baseline. She's taking it on the rise. It's extremely sharp today.
What else can I do? She hits a good angle, hard and flat, and Davenport comes right back. Watch this one, right here.
Well, it looked like she had Davenport sort of on the ropes, but the backhand came back harder and with more of an angle. Break point, Davenport.
That one is out, and Lindsay Davenport has won the first game of the second set. She won the first. She hasn't lost a game yet. Tomorrow, round 2 of the IndyCar Series unfolds up at BC.
Incredible. She's won the last 14 games. The last set against Deshi was 6-love. Now 7 in a row today. I mean, she is racing through this match. And this is where...
Did you race in?
You got it, right?
Oh, man.
Okay, it was lame, but it worked. This is where Lindsay has to be careful, because this is the situation she was in at Wimbledon, where she got the first set easily, got the early break, then dropped serve after the rain delay, and everything turned. So very important for Davenport to stay focused, stay positive, no matter what.
Cloudy today, but the clouds look pretty high. I don't think you're going to see a rain delay.
A lot cooler conditions.
Sharapova made her debut here at the Pacific Life Open 2002 when she was 14 years old. She won her first match and then lost to Monica Seles. At 15, she was on Teen People's magazine's list of 20 teens who would change the world. Well, That was pathetic. Too many of those unforced errors. Was that for Davenport? 8. But more than balanced by 13. Who knows?
Good differential for Davenport. 5 more winners at unforced. It's quite the opposite for Sharapova.
Davenport hasn't lost a game yet. Who'd have believed that when this match started as well as Sharapova has been playing. Kim Kleister is waiting for the winner of this match. Join us, please. Live coverage tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, noon out here on the West Coast.
Sharapova definitely feeling the pressure of just trying to win a game at the moment. Davenport is not giving her a lot of free points. And the second serve is just getting punished all the time by Davenport.
She's the one who's running on her heels today. Look.
Well, there's not one shot that Sharapova's been able to execute that's put her in the position to dictate. Even the first serves when they go in, Davenport is really timing it well. She's anticipating. Right away, Sharapova's on her heels.
That's 4 wide. 15 seconds. And the mounts on Sharapova, as you said, you know, she's thinking, well, I got to win a game, but more than that, she's got to find a way to get this ball out of Lindsay Davenport's reach, which is not easy because Davenport is just pummeling the first strike she gets. Break points for a second break in the second set. Lindsay Davenport will serve with a 3-game to love lead. She hasn't lost a game, and Maria Sharapova is frustrated, and it shows in her expressions. Lindsay Davenport serving, hasn't lost a game.
This is it right here for Sharapova. Needs to make her move.
A little fashion statement from Jimmy Goldstein. He's a great lover of sports events here in Southern California area. Watches tennis all the time. The stake is going to be in the last year watching Maria Sharapova destroy the opponents. Well, didn't exactly destroy Serena in the final, but won the year-ending championship after winning Wimbledon. 15 all.
Totally dominating Lindsay Davenport from every aspect in her game. She's only lost 1 point when she gets her first serve in. She's returning well. Everything going her way and nothing right at the moment going Sharapova's way. Hit a little harder, you go for the lines a little bit more.
Lindsay holds easily, 6-love, 4-love. That's hard to believe. And the answer to your question, Mary Jo, it was a rhetorical one, but she's just got to hope that something happens to Davenport and that she loses some of this extraordinary confidence that she has at the moment. Just hits winner after winner. And if it's not a winner, it's still with such power that there's not much that Sharapova can do. It's not really in her hands, is it? She's only won 12 or 35 points, or just among some of the statistics that are really astounding. And after watching Sharapova take out Mary Pierce in the last round, I would never believed this could happen to her. 15.
Sharapova's never lost a match, 6-love, 6-love. The closest she came was in her debut here against Monica Seles, where she lost 6-love, 6-2.
Davenport, does the meaning of this match stop with this match, or has it got wider implications for the future for Sharapova?
Well, we saw what happened after she lost in Australia after having 3 match points. She didn't really dwell on it too much. Won 2 events. I mean, I think this will definitely hurt and sting for a little bit. But she's young, and I think she'll bounce right back. I think the meaning is going to be great for Davenport.
I mean, let's supposing they're playing the semi-final of Wimbledon next year, for example.
Exactly. Now, having defeated Sharapova, a player she had never beaten before, this convincingly would have to do a lot for her confidence.
Still break point for 5-love. and she made this one count.
This is only the first winner of the match for Sharapova off the forehand wing, and this is the shot that creates the winners. That's been winning her matches, and she's not been able to dictate with it whatsoever today.
That sails wide. It's going to be Lindsay Davenport to serve for the win, not just to win the double bagel.
Earlier today, Kim Clijsters making her comeback. Earlier today, Kim Clijsters making her comeback, playing Elena Dementieva. The first set, Kim Clijsters dictating rallies side to side, moving her opponent. She looks very sharp, very confident. This is only her second tournament of the year. Had wrist surgery last year in June, and she looked terrific. Dementieva would hurt herself at the end of the first set. Second set would be a little bit easier. Kim Clijsters, a winner here a couple of years ago in the final of a big tournament once again.
Back live now, and Lindsay Davenport has won the first game on her set, but Magna bursts in here and says, "What's happening? 45 minutes ago he left, and this match is now about 3 points away from being over." 15-love Davenport and 6-love 5-love.
Davenport has been flawless. She's just dictated from every angle. Lost 1 point on serve when she gets the first serve in. She's been serving at 67%. Her returns have been so strong. Try to put a little extra miles per hour on that return, Sharapova.
Carlos Moya and Andy Roddick tonight. Live coverage at 10:30 Eastern Time, 7:30 here on the West Coast. That'll be on ESPN.
I even think the Davenport camp's a little bit in shock. That they were expecting a win in this fashion. Stayed in the passing shot. Clipped the line, you can see on shot spot. Keeps Sharapova alive in this match, barely.
Superhuman effort by Sharapova, and she's got a chance to break.
What we were talking about during the change of ends. Nobody likes to lose a match, love it, love. Do whatever it takes to get on that scoreboard. First break point of the match for Sharapova.
Double bagel Mara Santangelo of Italy last year in the first round, well, her first round of the second round match, because she got a bye.
Santangelo, Sharapova, just a little difference.
She's got a match point. Southern California crowd giving Lindsay Davenport standing ovation, and that was a smile that was hard to come by as she shook hands for Maria, wasn't it?
It was a quick handshake because it's so tough to lose. Love and love. She's never lost to Davenport. It just took 50 minutes. It was an amazing performance by the world number one. But Sharapova, of course, will be disappointed. But Davenport advances to yet another final in California, looking to win her third Pacific Life Open. Sharapova, well, she moves on to play at the NASDAQ 100 next week. So it's Davenport and Fleischers, a rematch of the 2003 Pacific Life Open final where Fleischers won. Let's take a look at our Sony Erickson shot of the day, and we could have picked so many from Lindsay Davenport. She just dominated from the very first part of the match. She dictated play. She took the ball early. A lot of control and consistency. Was good at net. Only lost 1 point on serve when she got the first serve in, and she just played one of the best matches that I've ever seen her play against a top player.
We'll talk to Lindsay if she can stop smiling when we come back to our live coverage here. Lindsay's in the final.
Let's take a look at our Franklin Templeton. Between the lines, it was Lindsay Davenport who joined us courtside, just dominating play from the very first point. Lindsay, just tell us what's going through your mind, because everything was working for you today.
It was. I mean, when we first came out here, I noticed it got much more breezy since the warm-up. So was just trying to be a little bit careful in the beginning, and it seemed to, she gave me a couple errors, and I was making the shots at the right time. But, and then she was obviously not on top of her game, so then it was trying to be a delicate mix of keeping them in and still trying to be aggressive.
Yeah, I didn't see much of just trying to keep it in. It looked to me like there was a lot more
Really?
in the year.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good it showed. But, yeah, I mean, it's such an odd occurrence that I don't really know what to say. I felt like I played well, and I felt like she didn't play well, so it was kind of a bad mix today.
Well, it didn't seem like she could do much out there because you were serving well, you were returning well. How much did you think back to Wimbledon when you were up a set easily and in the early break to not have that happen again?
I mean, I was really relieved today to get up that first game of the second set. It was a couple deuces and a couple adds both ways, and I really wanted to get that early break again. After that, I was trying not to let the same thing happen again like it did at Wimbledon, and then I was lucky enough this time to go up 2 breaks. At Wimbledon, I was never quite able to do that. And, from then it just was, like you said, I was serving well and never was really in danger in losing my serve until the last game.
Well, you played Kim Clijsters. You played her many times. It's been a while. She's making her comeback. What are your thoughts on that match?
Yeah, it's a tough match. She's always been a really tough opponent for me to play, and I think it's great that she's come back so successfully so soon after having a really serious injury all of last year. I think she's a great addition to have back. She's tough. I mean, she probably moves the best of any aggressive player that we have, gets a lot of balls back at the same time, tries to be really aggressive and gets me on the run, and it should be a fun match. We played here in the finals 2 years ago, and it's nice to see her back.
Lindsay, a match like the one that you just played, it means more than just today's match, doesn't it? I mean, how about when you, if and when, God willing, you play, let's say, in the semi-final of Wimbledon again, or doesn't it mean something for future matches between the two of you two?
Well, hopefully. I was down 0-2 when we came in here, lost 2 really close ones, so it's nice to get a win. Didn't quite expect it to go like this, but, it's always tough. I mean, I think all the players have a lot of pride and always want to do well against the top players, so probably tough for her, but she's young, she's had a lot of success, and I'm sure she'll bounce back.
Well done. That was that was really
awesome.
Thanks, guys.
6-love. Didn't lose a game. Lindsay Davenport over Maria Sharapova. And there's Maria Sharapova.
Maria Sharapova never got into it. She never got a rhythm. She, in fact, only had 3 game points that came in the second set, but she wouldn't win any of them. So for Lindsay Davenport to take out the Wimbledon champion, 6 love, has to do so much for her confidence, especially because she had not defeated her before.
No rhythm, yes, because Lindsay didn't let her get into a rhythm. Talk about first strike tennis. That's what Lindsay Davenport was all about yesterday.